Hello and good morning from Prague. Today is the last day of my solo trip, which is sad. It's sad, but at the same time, I'm also kind of ready to go home. This has been such a good trip for me. I feel like I've discovered kind of the science to having a good solo trip because there's definitely times when I have not had good trips or I've been lonely and I've experienced a lot of feelings, but I've discovered the perfect amount of time to stay in one place, at least for me. I try not to stay at one hotel for more than 4 nights. I feel like if I'm there longer, I start to get like a little bored or things feel like monotonous. And I guess it depends where you are and like who you are, but for me, it's been like 3 nights, 4 nights max, and then it's time to move on. So for this trip, I did 4 nights in Budapest, 3 nights at one hotel, and then 1 night at this other hotel, mostly because the first hotel that I stayed at didn't have any availability. And then I came to Prague, and I'm in my hotel in Prague for 4 nights. I leave tomorrow. I've done a good combination of both things that I want to do and then the regular touristy things that I feel like is important when you come to a new city, just to get a history, especially in a place like this where there's so much history, to get a grasp on what it was like here in the past and how that influenced life today. So when I'm traveling like this, I usually try to break down my days into like a Chelsea part of the day and then a tourist part of the day. So today I'm doing exactly that. I'm spending the morning in this neighborhood called Karlín, which is in the northeastern part of Prague. It was recommended to me by a shopkeeper yesterday. He told me that it's a very hipster, cool area with a lot of cafes and stuff. And also the store that he works at has a location there. So we're gonna go check out the location of that store. That's where I got this nice red sweater. And go to a cafe and then see if there's any other shops around there. Then the second half of the day, I'm going to Prague Castle. I'm doing a 2-hour tour. My new shoes have held up really well on this trip. I haven't lost any of my charms. I got a lot of compliments. I've gotten so many compliments on these shoes. Also got my nails done in Budapest and they're holding up really well. They're so cute and colorful. This flower. I especially like the flower. So for breakfast, I want to have a real breakfast today because for the last few days I've just been getting a pastry and a cappuccino, which has been delicious, but then I feel like it like messes up the rest of my day because I haven't had a full meal and then it's like 2 o'clock and I like start to crash. So I'm going to this place. I have to see the pronunciation. Mój Szálek Gavi. Mój Szálek Gavi. I'm going to. It's this really cute brunch spot. See, it's like so cute. That's where we're gonna go, and that'll be our first destination, and then we will take it from there. I'm assuming that there's a train that goes directly there because the train system in Prague is next level. Unbelievable, so convenient, so efficient. Probably one of the best public transportation systems that I've ever dealt with while traveling. I've actually really liked my hotel in Prague. I usually try to stay in areas that aren't directly in like touristy spots. So this is a little south of Old Town and across the river from like Castle area. So I was like, am I too far away? But it ended up being perfect because I can access all that stuff super easy. Again, I said the train is phenomenal. And then I can get out to like the outer skirts of the city to go to all the cafes and stores that I want to go to, which is usually like my kind of vibe. I like a more neighborhood, realistic, like living in the city kind of feel. Mosaic design hotel, and it was very affordable. I think it was $110 a night in US dollars. Very clean rooms. They have a little like common area with a restaurant and a cafe. They have a fitness center, and then you can even like rent their sauna, like spa area, and they do massages, like all sorts of stuff. But it's a very like low-key hotel. Another beautiful day in Prague. It said it's supposed to go up to 57 degrees today, so it's going to be a really nice day. I'm not taking this one. I'm taking the 3 or the 24, which is right behind it, actually. the sidewalk designs are crazy here. Everywhere you go, they have just beautiful sidewalks, and you can tell they put so much time and money and energy into keeping it in its authentic patterns and restoring it. They have these little sidewalk sweeper trucks, like they have street sweepers in the city, but they have small ones that are just for the sidewalk. And I'm sure that part of it is to make sure that they're able to like maintain these sidewalks, because there's obviously a lot of history here. There's just so many beautiful things to see here. You're always like looking down, looking up, looking to the left and right. It's very visually stimulating, but in a very good way. Oh my God, it's so beautiful here. Hang on, let me flip this around. I mean, what more could you ask for? Look at how stunning this is. I just got the email that it's time to check into my flight tomorrow. I think I'm gonna upgrade, just like a small upgrade to the economy comfort, or else I'm gonna be like all the way in the back of the plane. But it's only $70, which I feel like on an 8-hour flight is worth it. Or I could do business class for $686. Would love to, but I don't think it's in the budget for today. Those eggs were so good. Probably one of the best meals that I've had this trip. Just a big bowl of Turkish eggs. I feel like when you get it in the States, like it's never satisfying, or it's, I don't know, it just was so good. The spices, insane. 2 big pieces of bread. I couldn't even eat it all. The desserts there also looked so good. I really wanted to get one, but I was so full. Maybe I'll go back. I'm leaving tomorrow, I can't go back. Anyway, totally recommend, either for brunch or just to go get a coffee. The vibe there was really cool, really chill. Yeah, I have nothing bad to say. I'm not gonna try to pronounce the name again because honestly, I totally forgot, but you can go back in my video and find it. And now I'm just gonna walk around. There doesn't seem to be a ton of stores in this area, maybe 2 or 3, but I found here that a lot of stores like don't show up on Google Maps. I don't know if they use a different kind of map system here, but I've mostly been finding things just by walking around and stumbling upon them, which is usually the best way to explore a city, I feel like, in my opinion. So I'm just gonna walk around now, do some shopping, maybe go sit in the park. It's really nice here. It's so nice. Yeah, and just hang out. My tour is at 3 o'clock, so I still have a few more hours. And just enjoy my last day in Prague. I would like to do a little more shopping, maybe buy one more thing. One more thing and I'll be satisfied, maybe a mug or something. I'm putting that out there into the ethers. And what does this say? A lot of things are like down alleyways too. Like you gotta walk down alleyways. I just got back to the area where my hotel is at by the river, and I wanted to go check out this place called Avoid Cafe. I saw it on TikTok. I am such a sucker for any of those like TikTok viral, like Instagram locations, and the door is gigantic. It's just like giant circle door, and I just have to see it. And I know some people will say, oh, it's a TikTok place, it's lame. In my opinion, sometimes they can be lame. I mean, any place can really be lame, but usually TikTok famous places are TikTok famous places for a reason, because they're cool. So I guess we'll find out whether or not this one's actually cool or if it's not, but I think it's down here. I'm just gonna walk down the stairs and see. I haven't been over here yet, so it's always nice to explore a new area. I love anywhere along the water. This must be the place to be in the summertime. It's quiet now, but I imagine on a nice like June day, must be popping down here. Oh my God, the Target is in sight, and it is really cool. It's just like a stone wall and then a giant circle. Wow, it looks like there's an art gallery in this one. This is so cool. Wow. Can you imagine going to a gallery opening here? It doesn't open from left to right. It opens like in the middle. So cool. Look at this swan. I don't know the last time I saw a swan this big before. He's gigantic. There's a lot of them actually. Over there too. You know that TikTok sound that's like, okay, let's go. When you go see something, you take a picture and then you leave. That's how I feel about Avoid Cafe. It was kind of busy in there, so I already had my coffee and I want to go back to the room and rest a little bit before my tour starts and charge my devices. So I'm just gonna go do that. It was cool to see though. If you're into that kind of stuff, it's definitely worth taking like a little walk down here, because it's not really out of the way compared to all the other touristy things. You could definitely go see like the National Theater and then walk down there and go to Avoid Cafe. And I think they do drinks and stuff there too, so it's not just for coffee. Yeah, I just relaxed in my hotel room for an hour. It's 60 degrees outside. I don't really know what to wear, so I think I'm just gonna wear my sweater. I've worn this sweater like every day of my trip over my t-shirt. And then if I need to take the sweater off because I'm too hot, I'll just wear it over my shoulders just to provide some warmth. But I was sweating in my coat earlier, so I think no coat, especially because I'm going to be walking a lot with my tour. But it's 2 o'clock right now. My tour is at 3, so I gotta go. Gonna go see Prague Castle. There's a famous church with beautiful stained glass next door. And I don't know what else, but this is my last tour of the trip. Also, do you guys like my shirt? I'm obsessed with it. I got it at Nila yesterday. So cute. Okay, I just got off the train. I'm back on the west side of the river. I've been to this location a couple times. I'm just like so amazed by the architecture here. There's a church here and then like some hotels and stuff, but it's so stunning. But I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit. It's very busy here because it's very touristy. And then I'm gonna go to the tourist office. got back to my room after my tour, which was phenomenal. I went to this area that I've never been to before. I can't remember what it was called, honestly. I wish I spent more time there because it was actually very cool. And they had a lot of unique home decor, clothing, like accessory stores. So I ended up buying a couple of things just to like round out my purchases for the trip. I got these earrings. This was from a Czech design store. I think it was actually called Czech Design Shop. So everything in there was made by Czech designers. And I got these earrings. Look how pretty they are. They're gold stars. They have really cool like etching on it. And I just thought these would be fun. I'd wear these as everyday earrings, but also for a wedding or something. And then I stopped in this other store called Cover Under. And they had really, really cool stuff. Like they had a bunch of food-shaped vases and earrings. I have these earrings with cats on them. They're like hoops and the cats are laying in the middle of the hoop. And they had a bunch of earrings by the same designer. So I ended up picking up some new ones because I love my cat earrings. I wear them all the time. Parakeet, it's a papaya, a parakeet, and a banana. How fun is that? This is the brand, Natch, N-A-C-H. And I think this is a French brand, but I'm not sure. I also got these really, really cool plates. You guys, this is by a Dutch brand. They're these apple plates, but they're apples in various stages of being eaten. So there's like a full apple, an apple with one bite, an almost completely eaten apple, and then just the core. I thought this was so cool. And then last but not least, I got a new blanket. Nice big blanket for the couch. Amore. It says Amore. And I just really liked this. I thought it was really fun. I don't know how I'm gonna fit this all in my suitcase. It might not fit. We're gonna do our best, but the suitcase is gonna be tight. I'm not gonna lie. It might be a struggle to fit things in there, but we will surely do our best. I'm all packed up and ready to go to the airport. My suitcase is so heavy. I can't find my hairbrush, but this is the end of my trip. Gonna get some breakfast and head out. Thank you guys so much for following along. This was such a good trip for me. I'm so happy that I got to bring you along on a lot of it. And for now, it's back to America.